Hey there internet, I'm back on my campus doing the whole walking aroundish thing because it is so much more fun than just being in my dorm room and being boring. For today, I have something that I would just like to tell you about that I learned about a couple days ago. Confession, I am straight up stealing this from a Vsauce video that came out on like Monday or Tuesday, but it is so cool that I think it is worth my telling it to you. Unedited. I'm not really sure that's how Pig Latin is supposed to work, but I chose to make it work that way. Anyway, the thing that I want to tell all of y'all about is a website called Library of Babel. I will post a linky down in the describey section-ish type place. This is a website that contains every thought, every sentence, every idea that could ever be said ever. Now, I know what you're thinking, that doesn't necessarily seem possible. However, because of the science of math and the limitations of the English language, it is in fact. Essentially, this website takes the 26 characters of the alphabet, it only uses lowercase as well as spaces, periods, and commas, and then randomly assorts them into sections of 3,200 characters each. Those are considered books in the library. Each compilation of 3,200 characters is one book. Through a weird series of like mathematical kinds of things, those books are then broken down into book numbers, which can be looked up at any time, re-accessed. The same book number will always bring up the same book even though it's brought out by an algorithm. I'm not going to go into details. The gist of it is that because of the way this thing is set up, you can search for anything ever and find it in this library. Anything that you have ever said, any book that you have ever read, if you broke it down into 3,200 character sections and took out all of the like special punctuation kinds of things, you can find it in this library. Every book that will ever be written in the English language is already in this library. And while certainly it's a little bit different than if someone actually like wrote it ahead of time, because technically it's just mathematical randomness that happens to bring up things that have been said and things that will be said, it's still kind of really weird to think about the fact that our language can be written out in all of its potential entirety right now. We know everything that could ever be said. Of course, because it's 29 to the 3,200th power different arrangements, we'll never be able to go through that many because that is way more than a Google seconds, which is way more than anyone could ever even contemplate being alive or processing things, even across multiple generations of scientists and stuff. So it's not like we're gonna run out of information and things, but at the same time, it's all there. And you could get on right now and look up a sentence. Example, I'm going to say the most random sentence that I can think of, and I will prove to you right here, it's there. The sentence is, purple anteaters are sometimes better than tall giraffes, but never than shorter hippopotamuses. It's in a book. You can now look it up and see it whenever you want to, and that blows my mind. So check it out. I hope that you find it as interesting as I do. Post down in the commentaries section the coolest book that you can find on there, and until next week, deuces.